Hi, I'm Carla, and I'm an alcoholic. Recently, I just celebrated 5 years sober. And knowing that that day was coming up, I, of course, was thinking of all nice, fluffy, positive things that I could post about sobriety. And oh, while all of those things are absolutely, totally true, there is life, and life still happens. And on the morning of my 5 year anniversary, I woke up to a text that really upset me and was actually very triggering to me and brought up old stuff. And I was really sad and felt all these emotions. And I thought, seriously? Of all days for this to happen, it has to be on my 5 year anniversary. Because I mean, that's monumental to me. There was a time I couldn't go 5 days without drinking. Now I've made it 5 years, but I decided that I wanted to share about it because while all the positive, happy, fluffy stuff about sobriety is true, stuff still happens in life. But the wonderful gift about sobriety is how we handle it. So in that moment, after I got really upset and I was laying in bed crying, feeling really hurt, I consciously thought to myself, this is okay. This is okay. It's okay that my feelings are hurt. It's okay to let myself cry. It's okay to let myself feel these shitty feelings. Because I think we all try to run away from the shitty feelings. And, alcoholics and drug addicts try to run away a little bit harder. So to really let myself have that space to just feel the feelings. Because I've also learned in my sobriety that drinking about it or getting high about it just prolongs it. I mean, this was a week and a half ago. If I drank about it or got high about it, or a combination of the two, I'd probably still be feeling shitty about it. And that's what I've learned, that, if I don't run away from it, then I get to process through it and be done in a half hour, an hour, half a day, which is really kind of how it worked out for me on that day. It was more like half a day. And I got to, then after I give myself the space to just feel the feelings, then I got to ask myself why. What was it coming from? What was it triggering? And that's another gift of sobriety. Another gift of doing the work of sobriety is self-awareness. Getting in touch. And I mean, I think the whole world would be better off if we all did the 12 steps of AA, because that's about dealing with your shit. And if you deal with your shit, then you get to have some self-awareness. And when these triggers come up, you can say, where is that coming from? Oh, it's from that shit that happened in my childhood. Oh, I don't need to. That's not true anymore. So I don't need a bug about this. And the other gift of it all was I got to talk to my mom about it. And I got to vulnerably share with her what I was thinking, what was being triggered, and how I was feeling, and be in this wonderful place to receive her love and support. To even have that kind of relationship with my mom would not be a possibility if I wasn't sober. So all of that was just an incredible gift. And then I went for my walk and I processed through it a little bit more. And by the time I got home from my walk, because my walks are a little bit like a meditative, just very positive space for me where I feel connected. And it's all, intertwined with my spirituality, which is another big component of my sobriety. But then I got to let it go. And then I went on with the rest of my day, and I got to go to my AA meeting and share and give back to the community that helped me get to this place. So I felt it was really important to share about all of these things because, um, like I recently was working with someone in her sobriety, and in the first 60 days, she was like, I thought everything was just gonna be magically all gone and like it was all gonna just be better, and things are better, but it still does take some work. And I want I wanted to let people know about that so that when you do get started in that first day, in that first 30 days, in that first 60 days, you're not like, fuck this. Life still sucks. Life's still going to happen. But through sobriety and getting connected with yourself and a spirituality and a power greater than yourself, a higher power, you're able to learn the tools to process through it so that it's not knocking you down every time one tiny little trigger happens. And in my drinking days, it was just impossible, because the way I describe my drinking days was basically living in a hole. And every time I would drink, I would jump down into that hole. It would take me 2 or 3 days to feel better, getting out of the hangover and getting back to normal, and getting back on solid ground, just to jump back into the hole again and get fucked up again. So now the hole is filled in, and there's concrete and stability and a solid ground underneath my feet, so that when these little triggers happen, I can process through them and remain and live a happy, peaceful life. So I hope that sharing this helps anybody watching, and if you are struggling with alcohol and drugs and need some help, I'd be so happy to talk to you and freely give what I have been so freely given. So feel free to send me a DM. So thanks.